Hey,
Hey,
what's going on, everybody? What's going on?
we are back.
We are back from vacation, ladies and
Listen,
gentlemen. And in case if you're new to us, my name is Derek Forston. I'm the owner and operator of Second Chance Housing, but I'm also the founder of Forston Consultants, and that's where me and my wife go all over the world, showing you guys what the concept of independent living facilities are. And Shay and I have been gone for 3 weeks on vacation, a little short of 3 weeks, and we're just super excited. We got a lot of catching up to do. So
so much to talk
welcome
about.
everybody. Shay, greet the people.
Hey
Tell them who you
guys.
are and
Oh
what you
my
do.
goodness. It feels weird being back in front of the camera, right? Because we've been in seclusion
Yeah.
for like the last 3 weeks, but it feels so good to be back. We've missed y'all. We've been spending time with each other, of course, and planning and doing other amazing things that we'll be rolling out in the months to come. So it's been exciting, that time of refreshing and regrouping. So let me introduce myself. I'm Shanya Shea Forston, better known as Shay, here as a expert consultant at Forston Consultants, where I house women out of a 501c3 nonprofit organization, ILF model. And I teach more about the intricacies of preparing yourself as a 501c3 nonprofit and enter into this space or any space as a nonprofit organization. So super excited about today. Man, it feels so strange being back in front of the camera.
We're excited, man.
I'm
Just glad
excited,
we're
but it's
back.
just been a while.
Me
Yeah.
and Shay went down and had a great vacation, fell in love all over again. It was great. So if you're new to us, Shay and I just celebrated 13 years of marriage,
Yes.
guys. And it seems like for us, just a few months ago, we met each other and stumbled upon this thing that became love and business.
Yeah.
So Shay, I think that need to be a t-shirt and maybe a movie, love and business, instead of love and basketball.
Love and business.
Love and business. Because Shay and I started out many years ago, y'all, as friends. And a lot of people joke with us about that because a lot of people don't believe it. Right.
They
But
don't.
Shay and I were friends, and it blossomed into a business. Actually, we used to have, Shay and I had all kind of hustles, y'all, back in the day before we fell in love with.
I was the funding partner. I was the funding partner,
Guys,
right?
I always had the idea, but Shay was always my fun. Shay, her and her mom.
Yes,
her mom.
my mom.
God, I used to say her knock off Jordans and fake Gucci purses. Y'all, I did it all. Like,
Listen,
you named the business of the hustle, I did it, and this woman bagged every idea I ever had.
oh
and
my
lucky
goodness.
for me, 13 years later after marriage, man, we're still here and more in love than ever. And better for y'all that we're back and we're refreshed. We had guys, and part of our conversation today, if you notice the title, Shay and I left for a little under 3 weeks, but we never, can 5 of y'all type in the chat, we've never taken a vacation and like not just do work.
We've always had to do both.
Yeah. And did work.
And had to do both.
I'll admit that was also kind of a dream. That Shay, I wonder what it feel like to actually go on the beach or vacation and do work and make money. Guys, this was the first vacation, and also I never taken a vacation for 3 weeks ever in my life, not on a job or in entrepreneurship. And y'all, it felt good. But guys, the first time ever, and because of software systems,
virtual
and a great
assistants,
business model,
and
virtual assistants, that's what allows Shay and I to go away and not have to work.
Yep.
We're going to talk about the AI bots and all the things in our virtual assistant team, because what I'm going to do right now, probably none of my team is on here right now.
No,
I can assume, but I'm going to give them a shout out. Thank God, first of all, for God Almighty, but thank God, Shay, for our team.
We got an
amazing team of virtual assistants that can literally run our business without us being here. And thank God for these AI bots now that also do business, take calls, answer questions, make sales on our behalf, do the assessments for clients.
Yes. So real quick, so just even with that, right? People talk about the ILF being, somewhat hands off. We still are hands on, but not day to day, every day hands on. But the powerful thing about going away for 3 weeks is that our team, they're fully educated and know how to do an assessment. They can do the move-in process virtually, because remember, we have virtual assistants.
Right.
So that whole process, nothing stops in that. Our team is still able to vet our residents, do a great move-in. We've got individuals appointed at each home that can also help welcome that new person into the house. So it's all about your setup and your structure and what's working underneath the hood, right? And under the hood, we've got a team of amazing virtual assistants. And the funny thing about it is we onboarded 2 new virtual assistants right before we went on vacation.
Absolutely.
And the great thing about having that onboarding done and having processes, SOPs, right? Standard operating procedures, having those things already implemented in our businesses made it even easier for those new persons, even though they were in new roles, come in and be able to take off running. And I think that is a blessing too. So it's all about building your framework and having the right support around you to help you grow the business that you're running. If you're just trying to do it by yourself, it can become tiresome. You can get tired of working in your day-to-day and not working on your day-to-day. It's 2 completely different things. Yeah. And I think that was a blessing for us this time. This is, like you said, this is the first time ever that we've been able to go on vacation. Derek actually got locked out of his Lead Connector app. So he could not go in. Me, I was able to sneak. I was peeking, and honestly, the only thing I was peeking on was to see how our AI conversation bot was working. And honestly, the bot said some miraculous stuff while we were on vacation. Yeah. The bot knew we were on vacation. That is not something we trained it to do. I think because of all of the stuff that goes on in our system, it takes that information and it starts pushing out that same information. Mm-hmm. And it was so powerful to see some of the responses. Like one lady was messaging into our system and she was super excited about getting started, but knew we were on vacation. And she was going back and forth with this AI bot. And the bot just congratulated her and also complimented her on certain things. And I was just like, this bot is the business. And our team was so excited about it that they were even raving about it when we did, have meetings with them. So again, having things implemented and in place makes it so easy for you to go and do what we did and take that 3 weeks off and refresh. Yeah. Right. You've got to refresh.
And again, guys, don't get it twisted. When I had a regular job as a social worker, I couldn't take no 3-week vacation, couldn't afford it. So don't get it twisted, guys. This business model is what absolutely afforded that.
Yeah.
Like, is anybody lost on that? So if you're new to us, we teach people how to start their own independent living facility without buying or owning any property.
Exactly.
And just with anybody that's new to us, to make a long story short, because I spent 2 hours just to tell this story, I'm going to do it less than 30 seconds. I used to be a poor social worker making 28 grand a year. God showed me a lady that was making 41 grand a month, housing people in rats and roaches. And yes, I said 41 grand a month. Mm-hmm. Y'all, I was salivating when that lady showed me in her phone.
What
she said, Derek, I'll never teach you how to do this, bro. And with the rest of my 15 seconds, watch this. I found out that this same lady that I thought was my hero, she was housing people in rats and roaches. The devil is a liar, and you making 41 grand a month. We're not doing that.
Right. Yeah.
So when I saw that opportunity, I said, oh my God, I got to get in this. Yes, I always wanted to be in real estate. Yes, I always wanted to help people. 5 of y'all type in the chat, yeah, Derek, I'm like you and your family, bro.
Yeah.
We like real estate and we like helping people. Now watch this. If you on TikTok and you enjoying this, come on our YouTube channel at Forston Consultants. That's where we're live at and everybody is. Because I got 8 seconds to tell you that you don't have to own the property. There is no state walkthrough. There is no permission from your city or your state.
Yeah.
There is no $30,000 sprinkler system to get into this. If you love God, love people, and love real estate, and if you like my wife and you love that nonprofit route, you can do that too.
You sure can.
I'm not nonprofit. Shay is.
Yeah.
2 of y'all asked on the TikTok channel already, can I do this as a nonprofit?
Absolutely.
We going there, but I got a lot of stuff to catch up with. But I'm going to let Shay hop in now so that Shay, they ain't itching on it. Shay, tell them why you do this from a nonprofit. Why did you choose that? And what makes it possible versus me as an LLC or an S Corp?
So I wanted to add some additions, right? Absolutely. I wanted to be able to not just house, I wanted to add some other things and have people be able to provide, to contribute or donate into it. There's a lot of people that love those, helping the homeless, helping the displaced, but they don't have the appropriate community funded partners to connect with. So, from my level, I just saw it, we're more personable. We have a more personable approach, and people that want to learn or want to give into a population like we serve can do that from our aspect of, joining with the Angela Denise Foundation. Not only that, I wanted to do other outreaches, and not have to self-fund and think of ways to kind of offload some of the profit side of what we do in philanthropy. And that would be through the nonprofit. So there's a lot of reasons why I did it, but ultimately it's just being able to bless other people, right? And have other people pour into us that we can redistribute out what they've poured into us. Okay. So just being able to support other ILFs, being able to support the residents that I house and possibly residents that you house and residents in Orlando that need things. Like we've done our food giveaway for Thanksgiving. We're actually prepping for that now. I was reviewing grant applications that my VA started creating or doing letters of intent for our upcoming grant season. Okay. And I saw that, the food distribution was back on the table. So that's out and getting ready to be submitted. So there's different things that we're doing already, and that allows us to keep expanding what we do, not just ILFs, but being able to provide food, being able to share different resources and provide people with toiletry totes. Like while we were on vacation, guys, we took toiletry totes with us. Right.
Tell them what toiletry totes are and why they're important.
Right. The Angela Denise Foundation does a campaign every year called Toiletry Totes. And what we do is we fill the cinch backpacks with a whole bunch of supplies.
You can get 50 of these bags, y'all, from Amazon for like $10.
Yeah. So shampoo, conditioner, washcloths, towels, bottled water, Vienna sausages, crackers, some tuna.
Your business card.
Business cards are in there.
Military veteran at the 7-Eleven or at the stop sign or the red
somebody
light,
asking for money, right?
And got that sign up. Shay ride around with them in her car. She's got my truck full of them in the back seat, so that when we're driving and no matter where, like she just told you guys, we're on vacation
and we had them in the truck.
Serve the purpose.
Yep.
Does that make sense, everybody? Like why she does that? Can 3 of y'all put in the chat like, Shay, that makes sense why you would do that, especially with putting your business card
on the inside. Yeah, you want to
that's got your phone number, email, and a QR code that leads back to your website.
And see,
does that make sense?
And another thing too, let me show you what was fun about this year too. This year, a sorority organization with one of my board members decided they wanted to partner with us for a Christmas giveaway. In that Christmas giveaway, they gave us a bunch of reusable water bottles. So they weren't branded. They didn't have anything on it. So we branded them. And then now they're branded with the Angela Denise Foundation. They're now in the toiletry totes as well. So now, they have a reusable water container. So if we don't know how creative the homeless population can be, right? And they can use this water bottle to refill wherever they're at, right? They're not having to, go through stuff. It's just so much stuff that you can put in your toiletry totes that makes it so much easier for the homeless population to be able to get what they need. Sustenance, water, it's hot, right? The washcloths, towels, toothbrush, razor, all the things that they need because they do want to take care of themselves and have some self-care. Right. But when they don't have access to it, it makes it a little difficult. Access. So access is always a limitation in this population group. So just super excited, man. I got so many thoughts and ideas running through my head right now that I want to talk to y'all about. So if I sound a little scattered, forgive me.
Do us a favor too, because a lot of you guys are so consistent and you're always here. So welcome back and thank y'all for being here. But if you're new to us, let me know in the chat by typing the word new. I want to just shout you out and everybody put in the chat where you're located. Yesterday was my first day back to work, meaning taking phone calls.
Yes.
Jess had my whole schedule lined up from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock yesterday. I had over 10 discovery calls. In fact, there should be a Miss Kathy on here that's from Las Vegas. And I don't want to get in trouble by calling names. I talked to a bunch of y'all. But there should be a lot of people in here that I spoke to yesterday that you promised you was going to be here. Miss Gina's from Maryland. Thank you, Gina. And Gina, also tell me how you found us. Jermaine Mills, he's a part of us now.
I actually met with him yesterday.
I heard
I met with him yesterday.
Jay was surprised he met with Shay. He thought it was a team member.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't know whether to expect a bot or a VA or like I don't know.
Sometimes it's a little bit of both.
A little bit of both. Yeah.
Jay, you got lucky, big bro. You fell on Shay's calendar.
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
So, that go Kathy. No, that's a different Kathy. I spoke to a cat. No, that's her. Miss Robinson, that's her.
Yep.
Kathy and Ronald, she's actually in Las Vegas. I told them, you guys knew me less than 90 days and you got a house and people in it already.
Correct.
And from what I see in the chat, you're expanding that. And Kathy, you don't know it yet. Our Kathy 1, I'm going to get on you in a minute. Ronald, I got a whole note about Kathy in my notes. Okay, so y'all bear with me. Other than that, if you're new to us, let me know. Gina says she searched independent on YouTube. Perfect. We'll fill up that whole YouTube channel. Nobody does this the way that we do. And Shay and I are actually the trademark owners of it.
Yeah.
So we trademarked it. So don't be fooled by the rest. Learn from the best. That's corny, right? But it's true. Anyway, thank y'all so much for being here. You guys got a lot of choices of where you guys could be, right? But y'all chose to be here. We super appreciate that. I'm going to go to my notes because I want to shout out some people. I want to give some congratulations because Shay and I was gone for 3 weeks and some of y'all almost tore up the city. And some of y'all did some really great things.
Not tore up the city.
Now, I'm trying to think of where I start from because I got a lot of stuff on here.
Fix your mic.
I'm sorry. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm going to do a quick mic check. And don't forget TikTok because you guys are growing here. Come to Forston Consultants on our YouTube channel. You're more than welcome to stay. But the bulk of our people come to YouTube. So it's my last name, Forston Consultants, with an S on it. And you can check me and Shay out there. So Shay, I don't know where to start, Shay.
Okay, let's go. Because you didn't give me the notes. So I'm going note blind today because Derek didn't give me notes.
Shay, the first thing I want to do is I want to congratulate all of the new people. There's a lot of you all that are buying the coaching.
Yeah.
And I'm going to combine that with a lot of you all like Jermaine that's buying the DIY. But just like I always tell you guys, every one of you that get that DIY, y'all brag on it, y'all love it, and you talk real good about it. But most of y'all upgrade within about 3 weeks. Congratulations to my new sister, and I'm going to shout her whole name out in a minute. She literally bought this thing, I think, on the 16th. The DIY, she upgraded this morning. I'm going to shout her out here live in just a minute. And if you hear sis, you shout me out first, actually. And I think that's them, the Jacksons. I think that's them. Todd, if I'm wrong about that, you tell me. But I think that's them. So Shay, I want to congratulate a lot of people that are moving at the speed of instruction and that are doing what God has put in your heart. It don't take Shay and I to twist your arm to get into this. Lucky for you, like my mom always says, for such a time as this.
Yeah.
Your prayer and our prayer merged together.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody told me this morning, I think that was the Jackson family. When you want to do this the slow way, you just kind of do it on your own.
Let me see if I can find it.
When you want to do it the fast and the right and the correct way, you call the coach. That's what I respect about her so much, that she noticed that even though this DIY project you got there is great, and if you're new to me, that's for do it yourself. And I'll be honest, it's the same as my other coaching. You just don't get me.
Yeah.
The Jackson family gets me now. I'm their big brother.
Yeah.
And I jokingly tell everybody, I don't care if you're 55, 24, or you're 114. I become your big brother no matter the age. Because the thing that God put on your heart, he blessed it through Shay and I to now show it to you. So one more time, I want to congratulate all the people that are moving at the speed of instruction. A lot of you guys are buying the coaching.
Yeah.
A lot of y'all cashed in on that scholarship that got emailed to y'all.
The
and
anniversary.
A lot of you guys are getting the DIY and you're still moving at the speed of instruction. So congratulations there. Shay, the next thing I want to congratulate people on, Shay, is that I'm noticing in our private ILF Mastery Blueprint group, everybody's helping everybody. We've been going for 3 weeks, and I can see in that group how y'all are helping each other. Mm-hmm. I appreciate that. Why do you think we built that family?
To create, nurture relationships, family, right?
Shay. Create a family and an atmosphere to learn to where we're all together, even if Shay and I walk away.
Yeah.
That felt really good for people to compliment. Big shout out to the Gibson family. Mr. Lee, I'm going to congratulate you in more than one way. First of all, you've been knowing me less than 60 days. I leave for 3 weeks and come back and you got a house and a client inside of it.
Residents in it,
Lord
yeah.
have mercy. Where my home at? That's how powerful that is, because the Anderson family, you texted earlier, Derek, how fast can I get this started? How long will it take me?
It's up to
Well, I
you.
don't know. Because if you like the Gibson family, it can take you less than 90 days.
Right? Any Gibbs?
Gibbs, I'm sorry, Gibbs.
Yeah, I'm like, who's Gibson?
But if you're like Katara, the whole reason why we're going to South Carolina August the 2nd, Katara was around us for 2 years before she's now what we considered the preferred vendor in her city when it comes to housing.
Exactly.
Some of y'all get started in 30 and 60 days. That is not Katara Johnson's story. Katara, if you hear it, shout me out.
And she'll share her story on
You're
August
the
2nd.
whole reason why we're going to South Carolina August the 2nd, and we're inviting people. So here's a small commercial. If you haven't went to ilfconsulting.org to book your ticket or at least get the information, because if you're not going to go and do what God put in your heart, tell your homegirl at your church who always talking about, girl, we got to do more than just feed these people.
Yeah.
It's got to be more this housing, because we believe that you get housing right, everything else can fall into place now. Does that make sense, everybody? And like Shay said, we're going to bounce around a lot today. We've been going for 3 weeks. And most
There's
of y'all that know
so
me,
much to talk about.
I love this right here.
Right. There's so much to talk about.
And it's hard for me to kind of, but I would be remiss, I think that's the right word, Ronald, that if I didn't congratulate and point out some of the things, right, that I'm noticing when I get back. Big shout out to Denise, another lady that we're coaching. Huffman family, if you're here, you and I talked about before we left, what was the process to get your property? You text me back as soon as you saw the social media said, Derek and Shay's back. There'll be lot. You sent me a text as soon as you saw that, because you knew I was back in town, and said, Derek, you won't believe this.
Yeah.
I got my keys to my first facility. And thanks to the conversation between you and I before you went on vacation.
Wow.
If you ain't no hater, can y'all put congratulations, Denise, in the chat? That's a big accomplishment from being on YouTube one day, just sitting here watching us.
Yeah. To now moving
Shay,
forward. Yeah.
They moved at the speed of instruction and have the house to house these people that God has called you to.
Yeah. I love it. I love when I see people moving at the speed of instruction. It makes it exciting.
All while we were gone.
Big shout out to Carly and Maurice, because they're here too. They're in the chat. Like, they're family that are literally close in proximity, and had a wonderful, I believe Derek had an amazing conversation with Maurice on the way back. And there's some things that we're implementing. And it was so powerful, because it was like, as we were out just refreshing and in prayer and thinking about different things and growth and all of this stuff, is like God will start moving people in alignment with the things that you're praying and talking about that you're getting ready to walk into. And it was so powerful, that conversation that you were able to have with Maurice, because it really reflected everything that we were discussing and taking and petitioning God for in regards to what's to come. And it's so powerful how that happened.
And even on top of that, Maurice, if you're here and Carly, shout me out in the chat and say, hey, I'm here. Like, just
I
shout
spoke
me
them
out
earlier. Yeah.
What's powerful about them is that they also just got another facility.
Yeah.
So when you guys were asking Crawford family, with Derek, can I just house more than just the men? Can I do women too? Yes. That's what Maurice did. His wife now, Carly,
correct,
has her own program. Yes, they married and yes, they're together, but Maurice got his men's house.
Yeah.
And now Carly has the women's facility. And there she is. Carly and Maurice sales were just like a lot of y'all sitting on YouTube trying to figure your life out.
Yeah.
And one day you say, wow, listen to this loudmouth bald head boy talking about I can get into this and not need a license, and I can help people and be blah, blah, blah. But they did the other important piece, which is something that we live by, and it's called move at the speed of instruction.
Yeah.
Can 5 of y'all put that in the chat? Move at the speed of instruction. Some of us say it like this: move at the speed of revelation.
Yes.
Shay, some people have been praying for something just like this. Put in the chat, Derek, I prayed for this. Because if you're like me and you kind of had a 9-to-5 job one day and it was kind of regular, and you just felt like you wasn't making impact, and most of y'all have said this, it's got to be more. And we just happen to have found the ministry, Miss Gina, that I think is genius, because the first thing it does, it serves God.
Yes.
It serves people, and it also serves my community.
Mm-hmm.
When I first saw this model and a lady doing this, y'all making 41 grand every 30 days, I said, wow. But when I found out about the rats and roaches, that's what changed my whole mind about who I thought she was.
Mm-hmm.
Then I said, God, you must be some genius, because you just showed me every desire that I have in my heart. I want to help people. God, I'm trying to get into real estate, because watch me not hide something that most people will hide.
Right.
Y'all, I want to be wealthy. I want to be the biggest giver at my church. I want a lot of wealth to flow through my hands, because I believe God can trust me with it. So one of my prayers is, God, give me a sane mind and the mind of Christ and the ability to be a good steward over what you give me.
Yes.
That's a great prayer, because much is given, much is required. Don't it say that somewhere in that good book? Or like in a way like that? Like the more that's given to you, the more that's required of you. How many of you all want to be a blessing to your family, your city, your church?
Yeah.
Is that important to you? Because if you're getting into this for self-gain, you found the wrong YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Our whole drive is to please God, help people, be respected by the community. But I want to make enough money to feed my family, Miss Mary. Jackson family, I want to make enough. My wife like to eat. I got to pay for lights and water. Electricity ain't free. So we all got to live. So why not get into a business model that allows you to serve God, help people, be involved in real estate, because that's what you try to do anyway. And my prayer was like this, and I'm going to give it to Shay. God, everybody that I know that's kind of doing well in life, they mixed up in real estate. I said, God, can you imagine what my life would be like if you helped me get into this thing that I saw somebody do while mistreating people? And God pretty much showed me how this thing can change my life. And lucky for y'all, Shay and I know crab in a bucket to be able to show you guys how we do it.
Derek, let's take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Derek Forston, Mr. ILF.
And I'm Shanye Shea Forston, Mrs. ILF.
And we're super excited because August the 2nd, we're coming to Columbia, South Carolina.
And what are we doing in Columbia, South Carolina, you ask?
We're going to be teaching the independent living facility model. And again, this is an event, Shay, that they do not want to miss. So what's the dates one more time? August
2nd, and we will be in Columbia, South Carolina, and we will be highlighting an independent living facility owner and operator under the Forston Consultants model that is trailblazing in your city. So do not miss it. Stay tuned for more information, and we look forward to seeing you there. August 2nd, Columbia, South Carolina. You got next.
See you there. I think that was pretty good.
Oh,
all right. We back, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody say bye to Mom Forston. She's taking my niece back. Well, my mom's coming back, but my niece, we're gonna miss her because she stayed with us for a few days. We took her to SeaWorld yesterday. Was it?
The day we got back, the day after we got back, that was Wednesday, Thursday.
That's another part about our conversation today, y'all. She and I bought season passes. Yeah, annual, not season.
Yeah, annual passes. Whatever, same different.
Annual tickets to SeaWorld. Now, here's a secret. If you didn't notice about Shay and I, come a little closer.
Oh, Lord, you gonna tell our secret?
I am. Shay and I are terrified of roller coasters. So when Shay and I go to an amusement park, y'all, we only go to eat. We eat. We walk around, burn a lot of calories. We eat. And we watch a lot of shows. The orca show, the dolphin show.
Yeah.
That acrobatic show. But we do not ride roller coasters. Put in the chat right now. If you like me and Shay, you say, Derek, we want to ride the mantle and everything else. Put in the chat. Are you guys afraid like me and Shay? Or y'all
said me too. She said me too. Y'all can have that foolishness. I don't want it. I like my feet on the ground. I don't have to have it.
Yeah, Shay and I, that care about it. Our game, and people pick on us, y'all. But ever since we were little, like me,
that's right. See,
I never liked that stuff. Roller coasters.
A lot of people like us. Really? Yeah, I'm gonna put them on the screen.
Her either.
I like my feet on the ground. Me
Sister
too.
Said she ain't ride anything.
That's it. It's one ride that we do want to ride though.
I don't like roller coaster. Yeah, see.
Now my brother, my sister, completely different.
Yeah.
My brother and my sister, well, my younger brother and sister, me and my older brother, we'll hold the bags. Y'all go right on ahead. But Darnell wasn't always like that. He always rode roller coasters. And that's why I'm afraid of him to this day, because he tricked me onto one at Ride Playland. And I will never trust him again when it comes to roller coasters. But I'm glad that he trusted me to go in the ocean. So that's a whole nother story, y'all. I'll pick on my brother in a minute.
So back to my congratulations stuff. And then Shay and I going to jump into some material. Then we're going to answer questions, because I do know that there's a lot of new people here today. So I'm just kind of having fun right now, because we've been going for a long time, but make no beans about it. We're going to answer every question that you guys got. We also want to make sure that you guys know about the South Carolina event, right?
Yeah.
August the 2nd, we're going to Columbia, South Carolina, to show you guys this method, what we call POC, proof of concept. We're going to show you guys the Johnson family, somebody that we taught this to, because that's our new thing. Now, Shay and I are going to go city to city, state to state, showing people the possibility of getting into this. And for most of y'all, walking off your job before Thanksgiving this year, right? Can you imagine that? Walking off and leaving your job the right way, not flipping over tables and cussing out people.
Yeah.
We're going to write a letter and all. Resign, not quit. We're going to resign the right way. But can you imagine that? 5 of y'all put in the chat, and only if you mean it, that there, I can imagine that, bro. Because that's where it starts from. It starts from the imagination anyway.
You have
Can you imagine walking off your job the right way by Thanksgiving this year?
That's
As I get back to the things that I want to congratulate people for,
there's a question too. So
I'm going to jump on Kathy and Rhonda for 2 seconds. Kathy, unless something medical happened, I won't joke about this, but Kathy, we leave for 3 weeks and you break your leg? Kathy, what happened?
You just asked a double-ended question.
Kathy.
Did you hear what you just said?
Way. No, because I was scrolling and I saw Kathy's page. I said, Kathy got on it. Like, she in the hospital? Wait a minute. She was in Jamaica, because I saw y'all. I saw the thing. I say, wait a minute. I started to call Ronald myself. Ronald, can y'all tell me? We leave for 3 weeks, Shay, and Kathy done something to her leg.
She said she had a messed up foot already.
Okay, so she didn't have like
and Ronald's talking about
Okay. I was born. I meant, Shay, now this is something that was pre-existing.
Okay, gotcha.
Great. But if Kathy was acting up at that concert
in Jamaica,
acting up, I was gonna get on you, Kathy. Other than that, see, I'm done already.
Wow.
And probably my last and final thing, one more time, man, just congratulations to all the people that, especially under our coaching, that you have been sending me messages. Derek, I've been on 2 house tours this week, and I'm this close to getting my first rental. And Derek, that spill you gave me and those words you told me to say and that ebook, Derek, thank you, bro. Because even though y'all was away and I couldn't talk to you, everything I needed was in our course materials.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, Shay, that excites me, man. That's a testament to how great our material is, but also the testament of what y'all do.
What
I don't care how great the coaching is, Shay. If they do nothing with it, nothing happens.
You know what they're doing?
Go ahead, babe.
They're implementing the information.
And what's your quote about that?
So there's no stagnation when you're doing that, right? Because if you have information without implementation, you're stagnant. You're like muddy pond, murky water. But when you implement and you move, it's like rushing water. It's moving. It's making momentum. There's waves, right? There's all these things that happen when water is moving. There's motion. It goes further. The tide rises. All sorts of stuff. But anyway, see, and that's all a part of tomorrow's sermon too, about going out into the deep and all. You don't know about that, but you'll thank me later. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, guys, we are just full of ourselves today, so just forgive us.
So one more time for anybody that's completely new to us, let's go to some questions, but watch this. If you just joined us, or just I'll pretend that you did. My name is Derek, and that beautiful girl, her name is Shay. We're married, and we do this together.
Yeah.
We just celebrated 13 years of marriage, but more importantly, we teach you guys how to take a regular residential property, connect with social workers and case managers, and take people from homeless to hopeful. My whole slogan of my program is called Creating Pathways Out of Homelessness. Now, I say the other one so much, most of y'all wouldn't even know that, but my slogan at Second Chance, my housing program, is Creating pathways out of homelessness. And lucky for you all, we teach a model that does not require a license. You don't have to own the property or get a $30,000 sprinkler system. And also blessed of you, this works in all 50 states. So we don't care where you live at. This works everywhere.
I posted something.
Bring every question that you have. Shay.
So I want to say something. I posted something in our ILF community, and I'll possibly post it into the Facebook community as well, because I think it's nothing crazy, but I posted it in our private group first, because you just said something about this ILF model goes anywhere, right? You have a lot of people in like the northern states that are afraid to venture into this housing model because of a lot of the parameters that are in place in your city. But the funny thing about it is Derek and I, while on vacation, we don't watch a lot of TV. We watch a lot more YouTube and we do a lot more research than we watch TV per
learning
se.
Stuff.
So we're learning stuff and we're also doing things like that. But we were looking at a video. And for those of you that are in the ILF family chat, check it out. There's a poll there as well. I want you to answer the poll, but watch the video starting at the 8-minute, I think, and 20-second mark. And it's showing you a ILF in some sorts, right? And it is ridiculous, but you'll get to see that, you can ILF in any zip code, right? And it just shows that the concept can look completely different no matter where you go. Like prime example, Katara has ventured into something new, right? And I'm sure she's going to talk about that in the South Carolina, in that when we're in South Carolina, but other opportunities afford themselves to you. So you can take that ILF model and implement it with some pretty neat changes, some pretty neat nuances, like prime example, efficiencies, right? Or having a huge building that is just a room and house, but you can add those rules for the ILF model, like the video we watched. There's so many different ways to skin the cat. So I think I'm gonna put that in the ILF Academy so people can look at that, because I want them to see, to take the blinders off. People get so focused or zoned in on one possibility when there's a whole myriad of possibilities for you to take this housing model so far into the future. Right. Yeah. And that video was one. And and like I said, being what you just said is you can do this anywhere. Yeah. And it can start as small as an efficiency. Yeah. It can start as small as a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. Heck, my first ILF was a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. I took 4 women from homeless to hopeful. When I got the second home, when I added additional homes, I was able to move those ladies to a different space. And then I partnered with a community program, and they were the ones that were just leasing from me. Right? They were subletting from me. I still had my oversight from how my ILF is supposed to operate, but technically they did all of the oversight in the day-to-day. So there's so many different nuances to the ILF model or the shared housing model. So open up your mind, expand your ideas of how this can happen. And I think I am going to post that video.
I want to actually drive everybody right now. So this is a great time to move at the speed of instruction. And if you just join us, I'm going to say this really slow because I talk fast, y'all, and sometimes I stutter. Watch this. We're going to South Carolina. That's our next event, Columbia. ILFconsulting.org is the website. But watch this. I want everybody to go to 311 Solutions right now on Facebook. That's Katara and Chris Johnson.
Correct.
That's their program. Look at how now, over the last just 2 weeks, Katara, I'm going to use the word, has control of a multi-unit building that she's partnered with. Notice the words I'm using, Miss Mary, Jackson family, Patterson family. Notice the verbiage I'm using. She's partnered with and has control. Did Katara hit the lottery last week?
I love that.
$40 million and buy that building.
Hold on. Wait.
Let me cook, Shay.
I'm gonna let you cook, but you gotta slow down though.
It, Shay.
And that's why I want to bring you back. That's why
hearing it.
Because you said she didn't go buy this property.
To the words, Shay said.
She didn't go buy the multifamily. What she did is she partnered and has what?
Control.
I don't think they heard you.
How can she get control just being Katara Johnson? Watch this. No disrespect. Nobody cares about Katara Johnson. But who was that 311 Solutions lady?
Oh my God.
That's Katara Johnson.
See, y'all doing too much.
We lead with 311. Katara, these people
y'all gonna make me fall on the floor.
Your hometown, sis. Because Katara, if I keep telling these people how great me and Shay are, they'll never believe it. Everybody right now, Katara, please put it in the chat.
My God.
Go to 311 Solutions and look at somebody that was just like y'all. Now she's the example. And go more than likely 9 times out of 10 be a coach under us. She don't even know it yet.
Oop, I think he just spilled your beans.
But
look, Derek.
See what I mean, though?
I think he just spilled your beans.
Do that again, Shay.
I think he just spilled your beans, Katara.
If you didn't know, like, I think the cat just came out of that bag they talk about. And the bag was damp and wet already, so it was easy to get out.
Listen.
But not being funny, y'all, bring it back. Will it in again. We're going city to city, state to state, because my only reason for this is to show people like y'all who don't believe it.
Yeah.
Because some of them say, well, Derek, man, Derek, you missed the eye left. Like, you in shape, man. Y'all know what y'all doing. Like, what if I show you Katara then? She was just like you.
Right. What if I show you Tiffany Walker? What if we show you Angela Brooks? What if we show you Kathy? What if we show you? We've got hundreds. Like, we've got people in in how many different states now? Jeez.
Let this be an encouragement for the Jackson family, Miss Kathy. I can name probably about 8 of y'all now, especially if I was logged into our system. All of you all in the last 6 weeks that bought the DIY and immediately said, oh my God, Gary, this DIY is great. But bro, I want to talk to you. Kathy, one more time, shout me out. My California Kathy.
They already shouting you out because they're trying to bring us to California. I want the
people to see it. Kathy and Ronald right now, just put any text in the chat.
So y'all coming to California next?
There they go. Right.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh, Shay, like, I'm so excited. Like, I can't even get my words
what
out.
I love is here, Katara helped you with adding the names. Tiffany, Sandra, Kathy, Tia.
Exactly. All of these people that eventually upgraded, they now got places.
Yeah.
Can you imagine meeting me and 90 days later, the thing God put in your heart, not that Derek told you to do, the thing God put in your heart, it's like you're walking in it. Mr. Lee, are you here?
Right. Man, how was that? Because I didn't even recap with you on that.
Virtual assistant, Shay.
Recap. Let's do a quick recap so that they can understand what goes into the coaching. Because Mr. Lee may not be here, and if he is,
bumped into me in my neighborhood because he saw me pressure washing. I started a company, Shay and I, probably 9 months ago. Shay, I said, babe, you know what? Let's get these guys something to do. Because I believe that they're busy, they stay out of trouble. So on my vision board that you can't see that's behind Shay's left shoulder.
Literally right here.
On that board says, God, I not only want to house these people, I want to give them something to do. Give them a job, put some money in their pocket. Because if not, they're going to go to Walmart and steal.
Exactly.
If a man don't work, he don't eat.
Yeah.
The raunchier version, if a man don't work, he'll steal. So if I give them, here's a good word probably. If I give them, let me go through my brain. If I give them self-worth through a job and the ability to offer a service, and they don't have to go and buy the truck or the pressure washer, but I train them. Go to my Instagram page and I'll show y'all me training these military veterans how to pressure wash. We started a business simply just behind that.
Yeah.
Now, where was I going with that? I forgot. I don't know.
Mr. Lee. How you met Mr. Lee?
Mr. Lee saw me pressure washing and said, hey, bro, I need my house done in my pool deck. I said, yes, no problem. I said, but sir, I'm super busy this week and next week. He said, well, man, in other words, what else you got going on? I said, sir, now this ain't really what I do. This is a side hustle, but this coaching thing, I said, I house the homeless and the displaced.
And he said, what?
I say, basically, I take a piece of real estate, I connect with social workers and case managers, and I fill my empty beds. And everybody in the house pays rent.
And he said, wait a minute.
Real estate too. Yeah, we house a mom, dad, and 3 kids. But this ILF model, Shay, who do we house?
Those that are the single individual, adult individual.
Do we house the boyfriend and the boo thing?
No.
Do we house the husband and the wife?
No.
Do we house a mom and her 3 kids?
Not at the moment.
Do we house a pregnant lady with her 2 kids?
Not at the moment.
We do not. Not in this model, we don't.
Exactly.
Shay is going to talk to you guys later or maybe Monday about how she'll move it to that model, but it's not going to be in the ILF model.
It won't.
That's just regular real estate done in a different way.
Yeah.
Or you get the multifamily like Katara.
Hey, now you're touching on something, sir.
See, that's why you and Shay got to talk more when you get there.
Yeah.
Boy, I got so much to say, but I don't want one about. Katara just took control over a multi building. Control of it. You ever heard rich people talk about controlling real estate without having to buy it? And Katara, watch this. Just for my people in South Carolina, Katara, we're not going to even talk about how you did that.
We're going to talk about
on
that
YouTube.
With
at the event,
at the event.
After the event, we can come here. So come to the event if you want to know how she started it.
I'm so proud of her.
All of these units.
And wait, but Katara, let me show you. I'm gonna tell on your coach. I'm gonna tell on your coach for a second. So first and foremost, I didn't know. I honestly, I'm not huge on social media.
They can't write it with the laptop.
I said, did you see this? Did you know Katara? He's talking about, yeah, that's old. I'm like, well, what did you tell me?
I said, man, she's been on that.
So why you didn't tell me? Derek didn't tell me, Katara. He didn't tell me. Because he forgets that I'm the one helping plan the whole event. So I got to make sure that we're planning this stuff with the information being added into the event. So you can't just leave me out to dry.
Hey.
Like, come on, bro. You left me out to dry. High and dry, Katara.
But
just
watch this though, y'all, because as y'all can see, most people that do come here, they just know us and we can do this. I want to make sure that we respect.
So we do have some questions
that have questions because we just kind of clowning and having a great time. Because y'all remember, I've been gone for 3 weeks. So all of you folks that keep seeing us while we were away, lucky for us, my team and my system does that because they just play our replays. And a lot of these new people, that's how y'all found me. On a replay, and that's why we do that.
So let's do a question. Ready?
Okay, go ahead, Shay.
So Mary Long says, when setting up an LLC, shouldn't I have a business address and not use my home address?
That is correct.
That is correct. Fun thing about it, depending on how you set up your LLC, and if you're using like a third party, they will upsell you a business address. Most of them do have like an upsell feature, and they'll sell you a business address. And that's the address that they will utilize, or you can find like a shared workspace or something like that you can purchase and pay monthly for. Don't do the UPS store. That is well played out. Everybody ran that one in the hole, and they have so far surpassed that. Like they don't even want it, right? Some states you may go and try to put in a UPS address, and they'll be like, no, don't work. So definitely find, there's other entities. There's like, what's that one place called, Derek?
Where are you located?
Oh, it's so many workspaces that allow you to pay monthly.
Where are you located? Some people use those places like Regis.
That's the name. Thank you.
Some people use those places like what was it?
Opus? No,
Opus.
Is it Opus? Yeah.
But I tell people, like, because Shay and I kind of got 2 versions of it. So we do the local one. So meaning go to your business district in your city, probably downtown. A lot of those people will offer that service.
Yes.
For as low as 20, 30, 40 bucks a month. And the most important thing for you is to get the address.
Correct.
Because the devil is a liar that, somebody come to your house because they go to Sunbiz or your Secretary of State. And because you use your home address, they come knocking on your door. So remember, I coach you guys as like family, and most of y'all, quite frankly, you guys are women. So I treat y'all like my sisters. I don't want some grumpy person knocking on your house
disgruntled
because
something
you
or another.
Out your business paperwork the wrong way. So Mary, that's a great question. Absolutely, do not use your home
address. Okay? All right. The next question we have is from Monica Perkins. She says, if I decide to use my house for my first property, do I have to transfer to my business LLC, or should I set it up the same way I would if I was leasing from someone? I have a mortgage on the home. So I'll say this. For me, I would say leave the home if you have an LLC that you would like to transfer your home into, make sure it's not an FHA property. I think there's some nuances to that. I'm not a professional in that realm, but there are some nuances that come along with that. You do want to separate the two entities. I tell people, don't put your ILF business in the same name as your properties. Like, we own properties and none of them are under Second Chance Housing or the Angela Denise Foundation.
That's dangerous. That's a business liability.
It is so lot. You now have, let's say you have multiple properties under the same entity that you're doing the housing with. Somebody decides to slip and fall, they're going to see all of these assets and they're going to want to take you to the bank.
Good lawyer going to say, man, let's go after all of them.
Right. So absolutely not.
Yeah.
Any property, like as we're in the process of doing, is a trust. You want to put everything in a trust for, for the safety factor, even for lineage and legacy, right? After death, it comes with some benefit, comes with a lot of benefits post-mortem, I should say. But no, I would not put the house in the same LLC as the business. I would create an alternative LLC or a trust for the house itself. And even you can even put the business in a trust. Like, there's so much that you can do with trust. So find an attorney that can assist you in making the appropriate decision on how you're going to do this. Because I will tell you this, like we learned when we first got into this, Derek's sister's an insurance, and she's got her own insurance agency, right? She's the agent. It's Tiffany Maps Insurance, right? It's her name on the building. So you want to make sure, like what she told us was, guys, I love what you're doing, but this is such a high liability. Like, you are open in so many areas that it is not even funny.
She told me this early in the beginning, y'all, and dummy me.
He didn't listen. Hard head make a sore behind.
I'll even say it like this, right? I'll use the word ignorance.
Yeah.
Even though she was telling me, y'all, I kind of didn't get it. And I was grinding in what we call getting it from the mud. Y'all know how I feel about that saying now. But guys, I was just grinding and trying to get this thing off the ground. But grinding means nothing if you're not protected.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that again. You grinding and getting it from the mud, that's all baloney if you're not protected. And dummy me made the Channel 8 news and a $40,000 lawsuit because some guy claimed he fell down the steps. Mm-hmm. My team put a post out this morning before we went live that kind of talked about a lawsuit don't have to be real. Somebody can just sue you for whatever.
It don't.
It's up to you to prove that it's not, and it's going to cost you money.
Let me tell you something.
Time.
They say,
so don't run into that stuff.
I want to share something about that experience, if you don't mind. Innocent until proven guilty. You pay for your innocence. Okay. So just know that. And you don't want to be in a position that we were, where we had to pay for our innocence. And by that, I mean, having to, pay for the attorneys and going through all of the rigmarole and all of the things that go with that. It's expensive. It's costly. And you could have done absolutely nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong. An accusation is a legal battle or a legal accusation is hard to go through. And we went through ours literally a week and a half after I left my job. So how do you think that made me feel when the process server is knocking on your door saying you've been served?
Welcome to entrepreneurship.
Right. You've been served. And those things that were necessary were not in place. So be mindful that this is a business. People, we're in the United States of America, guys. Bermuda, where I'm from, it takes a lot to sue somebody. And 9 times out of 10, you ain't getting nowhere. Where here, you can just have a complaint and say, this is Derek bit me, and have no proof. And you can go down to the courthouse and file some paperwork. So just know that you want to make sure you're covered in all bases in any business that you are operating. It doesn't matter if you are selling popsicles, right? You just want to make sure that you limit your liability on yourself and your entity. That's just my word of advice. So let's see.
Now, this next question, I'm going to let Shay also answer.
I love this question.
Give people the gritty way. So again, unorganized Derek, prior to getting the proper system to run this business, I drove around, big bro, and picked up all of my money, George.
Ghetto.
So, George, on the 1st of the month and the 3rd of the month is typically when 97% of the people that we serve and that you going to serve get paid.
It was ghetto.
I had a stack of debit cards because the people that you serve, they get a card called Direct Express. Notice how we just giving y'all the game, right? That card is green and it's got a MasterCard logo. If I'm lying, somebody that know about it, call me a liar. If you work in this game and you know the color of that card, let me know. But most of those people, and then the way that I did it, I either drove to the house and expected them to have the money ready, put it in my hand, or after probably about a year, I said, you know what? Let me just collect their cards. So I would go around and get everybody's card on the 28th of the month.
Sure did.
So that on the 1st at 4:00 a.m., I'm at the ATM with 50 cards.
It was
that looked
terrible.
Really dumb after a while. But watch this, George, because I'm just honest, because most people lie to you, bro. I won't. Coming from a job where I was making $28,000 a year, George, I'm going to just be real with you, bro. It felt like I hit the lottery when God showed me this business, and now I got 50, sometimes 30, 25, 60 debit cards in my pocket.
It was ghetto.
But you know how dumb that looks at an ATM with a bunch of debit cards with other people's name on
the front and at the first and third of the month. And during the beginning of the month. So you already know the ATM line. I remember the first 2 times I did this with Derek, and I was like, absolutely
I was
not.
Broke my whole life until I got into this, y'all. I was like, wow. But because this lady is so smart and do things the right way, she said, hey, bro, this ain't no side hustle, Derek. You ain't no drug dealer.
Right.
This ain't no scam or no skeezing type of thing. You got to be more professional.
I was like, what are you doing?
He that findeth the wife, Mr. George. Somebody finish that statement. Findeth a good thing and findeth favor with the Lord. Go ahead, Shay. And I'm no pastor.
It was ghetto. George, it was ghetto.
George, I was a hot mess, bro. But
it was so
I was getting it, bro.
George, I would find debit cards falling out of places. And I was like, who is this? Because remember, I was in corporate America. I was not with him in the day-to-day. I had no clue what was going on.
Heard my dreams.
I was like, you are so not operating.
Shay, I was like, you going to jail, bro. 5 of y'all top of the world, bro. You going to jail, Derek? Like, what was you thinking?
I was like, this is tacky.
That's how people told me they was doing.
And a lot of the residents didn't want to go. They were like, "Nah, her, Derek, just take it." And I'm like, "What? Absolutely not." I said, "You know what? It costs to do business. You're paying a transaction fee at the bank at the ATM, right? Let's automate this process." Because first and foremost, when you have 15 houses,
I was going to jail, Jermaine.
Jermaine, listen to me, Jermaine, Dennis, Denise, Devin, like to all of y'all, your boy was writing his. I was like, this is terrible.
So Denise, I was talking about you earlier. Since I shouted you out and everything, did you just get here?
Yes, I think he did. But yeah, it was a mess. So what we did is I wound up doing some research and just said, you know what, let's automate some things. Yeah. Let's try to clean this up, because you don't understand what it feels like on the 1st and the 3rd to go to 15 ILFs.
George said
it. When you go to 15 ILFs, you got to wake up at like dark 30, and you're now going and now playing a game of Mr. Go Collect, right? And now your whole day is running back and forth to houses, grabbing debit cards, taking them back. It was a mess.
Now, in the beginning, I didn't mind it because guys,
they kept me busy.
Into a bunch of money. Like I tried to get this money. Guys, I'll admit that got old real fast. Yeah, actually, right? It did. And again, thank God for Shayman, who's so digital.
It was so messy, y'all. It was tacky.
And here comes digitalflowsolutions.net, which now runs all 8 businesses that we have. Everything from our website build out, the business phone line, email campaigns, automations, bots, and all of this blah, blah, blah stuff.
Let me add this though, too. So most of my residents, fun fact, I don't use my own system. Most of my residents are on recurring Zelle payments. Yeah. So remember, you heard what I said. I just gave y'all a gem. If you go into Zelle, you can place a recurring transaction in Zelle, okay? And schedule the date and time. So you thank me later. So it doesn't have to be a CRM system or nothing. If you're starting you're starting from the bottom. If they have a personal bank account, that will not work if they just have a Direct Express account. won't work, go ahead and get your CRM or, a payment processor. But with Zelle, you can go, like my clients, they don't know how to do it. So just help me. So I go help them, and I just go recurring, and then it asks how often, and I tell it when, and then boom, bang, you get your payment automatic on the first of the month.
I'll admit, guys, even though we have a system that takes it, I still prefer Zelle over anything because I get it right now and I get all of it, right? But because we use Stripe as a payment processor, well, so let me break it down for let me see which family that, I think that was the Long family that was asking, and then I'm gonna come by her other question. We take that debit card that we get from them now and put it into Digital Flow Solutions, which is the system that we use. Yeah. Two of y'all type in digitalflowsolutions.net. Now, because we have Stripe attached to that, and she can explain it even better in the Takia form, every first of the month, it sucks that payment out. Every third of the month, sucks that payment out. So probably 80% of my people pay that way. Correct. My other 20%, they're Zelling it. Uncle Joe Venmos it. Auntie Sally may Cash App it. So it just all depends again. But I'll admit, Zelle is still my favorite. But because of our system and Digital Flow Solutions and that we use Stripe, watch this, y'all. When Stripe keeps seeing that money come through your account, they're gonna start offering y'all loans, 10 grand, 15 grand, $20,000. They actually offer me credit check and no nothing, and it go right into your bank account the next day. I literally just got offered, and I'm gonna be very, very open. Digital Flow Solutions got its first offer to a couple of weeks ago, and I just didn't pay it no attention. One of my VAs text because they all see the emails because my emails go through my CRM. So one of my VAs says, ma'am, I think they're trying to give you a whole bunch of money, and I don't know if you want to take it because it's scaring me. The amount was quite large. It was like $35,000 that they were offering Digital Flow Solutions. Again, guys, let that be a lesson. So if you didn't know that, can two people just be honest and say, wow, Dirk, I didn't know that. So Dirk, you mean to tell me because I'm using Stripe as a payment processor and they see all of this money coming in, all the steady transactions, they're just like a bank. And they offer you loans that are paid back through money that comes in that account. Correct. You don't take money from your pocket and pay it back. The money that's already been accumulated from that business, take a percentage. They take a percentage of it. Yeah. And depending on what the deal they give you, it could be 15%, 20%. So if you sell a product, or I don't know, I'll just say for $1,000, and they want 20%, they're gonna take $200 from that payment. Correct. So you get $800 from that sale, and the other $200 goes back to you repaying that loan. And guys, I'll admit, 2 years ago, this is how I got three properties back to back to back, and I rented them, not bought them. Yes, this is how we started. I used this loan money to get up and running. I'm gonna charge y'all for just what I'm telling y'all now. I'm giving y'all the game of how I scaled this more. Rhonda says that's the gem. Rhonda, I also didn't know this. I said, oh my God. They said no credit check. All you gotta do, Derek, is hit the button and want to profit it tomorrow. To accept. That's all you do is hit the button. And y'all, I'll admit, my first one was like $6 grand. So it was, I'll call small. Some of y'all will love $6 grand right now. Yeah, exactly. First, last, and security. I could go and rent 3 places. I went boop, boop, boop. That money didn't come from my pocket or my bank account. Yeah. It came from a loan who I'm already doing business with Stripe. And they're my business partner. And Derek, and the funny thing about it is once you pay it off. I hope they understand that, big bro. And the fun thing about it is once you pay it off, within 2 weeks, they're offering you money again. So it's like having that line of credit, right? As long as you keep your face clean with them, they're going to always reoffer. They're going to always keep reoffering. And I thought that was pretty cool too. So like, even though I didn't accept the payment, that the funds that they issued, or allotted for Digital Flow Solutions, I just left it there, and I want to see what the next offer is going to be. I just want to see it keep climbing. I'll make a decision sooner or later. I'll let y'all know. But for the most part, I'm just letting those funds stay there. Keep my brand on top, and they keep offering more funds. So
just know that there are alternative ways than going to the bank to get you some funding for your business.
Need the bank now because Stripe love me because they see, and what's so cool about it, they see your business. It's not like you got to prove it. You got to prove it to the bank. You got to send them stuff. Stripe see what you're doing every payment. So moving on real quick because the question coming in fast.
I know, right? So we got to go back through. Hold on.
We'll do these faster, right? So that one, you just took it down.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That question said, where was it? I just had it up and ready to go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Let me find it.
I'm looking. That's my fault.
Do you allow your tenants to use the oven or stove?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I can tell that you're new to us, and I love this. Watch this. These are independent living facilities, which mean they can cook their own bologna sandwich, swallow their own pills without me being a nurse, and provide their own transportation.
Correct.
Here's some great coaching. Those are the three areas, Miss Long, of where people usually get into trouble when they're trying to get into something like this. They're trying to feed people.
Yeah.
They're trying to drive people around without the proper insurance. And they're trying to give out medications without having the proper certification or without being a nurse or a trained CNA.
Right. Now you're operating a skilled facility.
This model is the opposite of that, which is why we call it the cheat code. I'm housing guys that can cook their own bologna sandwich, their own TV dinner.
Yeah.
Provide their own transportation through a bicycle, Uber, Lyft, or their cousin, anybody but me. And they can take their own medications and know when to take it because I'm not a nurse. I just got a big heart for people. I'm crazy about God and I love real estate. And we merge them all together.
Yep.
Miss Long, let me know if that makes sense in the chat. Shay?
Yeah, that you just answered it. Ain't nothing to add there. But there is something to add there. Like for me, I'm a nonprofit organization. Guess what happens during certain times of the year? I have what I call restaurant partners. My restaurant partners allow me to feed people at specific times. Then I have grants that come in and I write grants for things in like prime example, a food pantry. So I'm able to set up food pantries at my ILFs because I write a grant for that. So I may not be cooking for them, but I do provide nourishment. Like I provide food. Like there may be canned goods. It may be meat. Like the ending of last year, I got a huge grant that came in and we did huge, like we bought cases upon cases, 40-pound boxes of chicken, cases of seafood and all sorts of stuff. And we delivered it to the ILFs and our residents cooked. So guess what? They didn't have to use their food stamps other than for little things that they needed, but we provided the meat. So those are some of the things that we also do as a nonprofit because we write it into certain grants that allow us to now provide nourishment or meals for our residents.
All right. Next question says, and also if Shay knocked that out, say yes or thumbs up because we love the feedback because sometimes we'll ramble. And if we miss your question, I want to make sure that we nail it. So whoever is asking the question, just please put in the chat, got it or perfect or Derek, you missed it. Well, that ain't what I meant. Right. So
the other question is
Jay said yes. So
do they have a curfew?
Is there a curfew? So I'm gonna give two answers, right? And I'm gonna let Shay give her version.
Right.
In your handbook, because if I can remember, Jay, you purchased the DIY, we give y'all that. In that handbook, which is also editable, if that's a word, you can edit it. In my rule book at my house, nothing good happens after 10 p.m. Monday through Friday. And on the weekends, nothing good happens after 11 p.m. So everybody in the house, doors locked.
Yeah.
Lucky for me, most of my people are on some kind of medication where they all get sleepy at 7 p.m. anyway.
Yeah.
So a curfew problem is really not a bad thing or a big problem for me. And my only rule to that, Mr. Mills, is that if you got a job that you get off at 12 a.m., no problem. We just got to know about it. But nothing good happens after 10 o'clock p.m. I run a safe living environment, which means for us, everybody in the house watching YouTube or Netflix with your feet kicked up on my couch. Have a great time and watch TV, watch movies, play cards.
Yep.
I got one house, guys. They actually play poker.
They
sure which I long to learn, but don't have time.
We're gonna go over there one day.
Got fake money. They got the poker game, and every Friday night I can show y'all my camera in my house, and they're cooking chicken wings and
they always
and
they're
poker.
you know what, I owe them. Angela Denise Foundation actually owes them some chicken, so I gotta do that this week. So just don't forget that.
So that's 2 people that asked about curfew.
The other thing I have too.
Yeah, and watch this, y'all. I'm such a nice guy that my brother Otis used to say it like this: it's never a problem until it becomes a problem for me.
Right.
So what if I got guys that do hang out till 11 and 12 o'clock? If it's never a problem and no disruption, I don't have a problem.
Right.
But the moment I find out about it, we end all of that.
Yep.
And then that's when the rules start to go in place. Make sense to everybody? Shay?
Jermaine asks, how long did it take for them to offer me my first round of offers with Stripe? Honestly, it wasn't long. So, because Digital Flow Solutions, mine was maybe a couple of months, maybe 4 to 6 months.
I'll give a more of a direct answer, and just luckily I watched the Stripe thing on YouTube. Watch this. Randomly, this guy was talking about it, but I was watching something else, but he mentioned this. Stripe wants to see for 30 to 90 days of a consistent $1,000 going into that account. Oh, that's good. And he gave ways, wink, 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 that even if you ain't in business, how do you deposit $1,000 into that to go through your business? Wink, wink, wink. And now they start offering you 10 grand, 5 grand, 4 grand. So again, guys, I'll even tell you to YouTube that. Like, how fast can I get a loan through Stripe in terms of me doing business? And most people are going to tell you 30 to 90 days of a consistent, even $500 to $800. But it's got to be consistent because Stripe wants to know that you're doing good in business so that they can trust you with that loan. Because remember, guys, they want to give loans. They make money from it. 20 to 25%. Okay?
Charles says, wow, I was doing like Derek, walking around with 25 cards. Don't do it, right? And set yourself up. I'm going to say this, Tara, utilize those systems, right? I'm going to give y'all another gem. When you are using payment processors, make sure that you have some form of documentation. So like prime example, for all of our coaching clients, you see that you sign agreements, whether you purchase a DIY or whatever. You are going to sign an agreement because guess what? If you decide to do a chargeback on me, your bank ain't going to like me. I'm just going to tell you that now because they're going to take their money and then they're going to give it right back. So just make sure you have something documented that this person does approve, like the rental agreement, that payments will be made via, debit card, and the client authorizes it and approves it. Have that on your move-in packet. And that's something we'll talk about in our ILF community too. And that they sign it, because at any given time, if they decide or they're 3/4 slick and they try to do a chargeback, you have the proper documentation on file that you can submit for that chargeback. And that's one of the reasons why we like Stripe. Stripe is more, they're down the middle, right? They are going to advocate for the consumer when it's necessary, but they're also going to advocate for the company or the entity, and they are going to fight for you, and they're going to push your paperwork through to the necessary bank that is doing the chargeback. For instance, Square does not. We had a chargeback on Square, and it was for rent. A lady moved out, been gone for 4 months. She had paid her last month's rent, lived out that month, gave us the notice and moved out. And 4 months later, it was like 4 to 6 months later, we get a chargeback from Square. And we're like, well, what is this? I submit all of the documents. I had her lease on file. I had every receipt from prior payments on file. I had all of this stuff that was, acknowledged, her 30-day move out with the date attached via text messages. I uploaded all that stuff. And within not even an hour or two, Square came back to me and was like, no, we're just giving her your money. That's what Square does. So that's why I say go to Stripe, because Stripe you're going to notice a significant difference between the two. If you ever are faced with a chargeback, Stripe's going to say, it may take 2 months for us to go through this process.
Yeah.
Where Square's going to say, we'll let you know momentarily. And their momentarily may be really short, like 20 minutes, 2 hours. And they're just going to tell you no, because they're not going to take the extra time to go through the process like Stripe does. So Stripe to me is more of a they just have a backbone, and they're going to make, if you have the necessary information that you can upload, they're going to go for it and they're going to submit it. So just know that that's the significant difference between the two. So Derek,
the next question actually, Shay, is back on you again, because this is kind of what you're talking about now. Ismail asking, what system do we use to keep up with documentation and files?
Right. So for us, Ismail, we created Digital Flow Solutions, which is our CRM. It's all things business. So we run every business that we have under this umbrella. So it allows for me I don't have DocuSign no more. I don't have Constant Contact, MailChimp. I don't use any of those platforms anymore. My whole system is digitalflowsolutions.net. Digitalflowsolutions.net has everything for it. So it's not just a one-trick pony. I have, doctor's offices. I have dentist offices. I've got restaurants. I've got all sorts of different business types that are under this umbrella of Digital Flow Solutions, and you can utilize it for your specific niche. It allows you to connect your social media planner, your payment processor. Everything runs through this system. It also gives you that business phone number so you can do business SMS, so text messaging from your business, automations, AI, conversations agent.
We give y'all this system.
That's a part of our coaching.
So either one of the coaches, either the DIY or the one-on-one, we build your website. Your business phone comes from us. Everything you need, including all the legal paperwork.
Correct.
So I think you just joined us, but again, Digital Flow Solutions is the CRM system that we use to run all 8 of our businesses.
Correct.
And it's genius for this model, the ILF model. Makes sense, Ismail?
Yeah, and not only that, it allows you to see the communication in one place. I love that. I actually had a client that I met with yesterday, and they were like, well, I was looking through my emails and I couldn't find an important message and blah, 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 blah. But with the CRM system, when you connect your email into the CRM system, anytime that particular contact is responding, it stays within a segment called conversations. And whether they're texting you, sending you emails, or even a phone call, everything it falls right underneath each other, depending on how they communicate. If they're communicating with you one day through Instagram, you're going to see the Instagram DMs connected. You're going to see the text messages if they send a text message 20 minutes later. If they send you an email an hour later, you're going to see the email. If they've tried to call, you'll see the incoming or outgoing call. If they left a message, you'll see the message. If you have the call on call recordings, you can see the call recording right there. Like, there's all sorts of different things that you can do. For the documents, Ismail, when it comes to the documents, what I love about it is I can generate the document inside the system. I can create what's called an automation, where something happens that triggers that document to be sent out to that person. Whether it's me, tagging them as new resident, that can be something that initiates the send of that document. So nothing has to be manually done so much so, other than that, whether it's a created trigger or the person, it literally triggers the system. So it's a lot that you can do within this system. For anybody that has ever called our system, you will speak to our voice AI agent who knows more about Digital Flow Solutions than any, and his name is Dobbs. Dobbs will tell you all that you need to know about Digital Flow Solutions and get you connected with one of us. Dobbs will always, and even text message you, right? If you ask him a question while you're on the phone and say, hey, well, I want to know more about help me get that information. He's going to say, sure, I'll send you a text message right now. So,
and guys, remember,
this is
y'all
all
get this
in this system.
So imagine your business.
This is all in this system.
So as Shay is giving the example, just close your eyes and imagine your business doing this. This is also the reason why Shay and I were able to go on vacation for 3 weeks and not be present.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at the screen now, 2 of y'all tell me that you can see this screen. I started out with plans that were 37 and then 87 and 297. Lucky for y'all that we're such nice people. No matter which one of my coaching products you get, you all get the plan for $297, and we only charge $37 a month for it. So notice what I just said. That sounds crazy, right?
Yeah.
But outside people that come to us that own a restaurant, a taco stand, a doctor's office, they got to pay exactly
they pay
$297. But I love my ILF people so much, y'all don't pay full price.
Correct.
So if you get the DIY today or my one-on-one coaching, you get this system complimentary. All you pay is $37 a month, which we call your hosting fee.
And then you maintain your wallet.
We also build your website.
Yep.
So most people that try to coach all and stuff like this, you still got to go get a business phone, a website, an email generator. Guys, we give you everything you need. Why do you think we call it ILF Mastery Blueprint? It's the exact blueprint that you guys need. So again, this is called Digital Flow Solutions.net. And this works for any business, any industry. Okay? Text the word or the phrase CRM to get that free download and that free gift. And also, if you want more of an explainer, like if you real techie like Shay, you want to talk about this stuff. If you like me to just tell me what it can do, still book a call. Because again, even me with my non-techie self, this whole system ran my whole business for 3 weeks.
And
God, that was lovely.
Let's share that, right? I want to talk about that just a second, because also when we're talking about the conversation agent, think about it like this. It's text message, it's your web chat. So if somebody lands on your website and wants to chat with somebody, that conversation agent picks up and starts communicating. We connect your Facebook and Instagram DMs to the system, and now that conversation agent can engage from the information we educated on within the system to that person that is communicating to your Facebook and Instagram page for your business. So it's a lot of things that we're automating now, and also allowing AI to have a seat at the table. So now our team can now focus more on the heavy lifting, like lead generation and all of the things that help bring in money to our entities. You're going to let that be their role, and now let that customer service base be that of AI, right? What I love about the AI in our system is it's compassionate. It meets the person or the caller with almost the same energy as they call in with, right? And that's a part of my prompt. Meet energy to energy, right? I'm not going to have you
miss the old way of our setup, because we used to be able to play you guys the recordings.
We can possibly do it. We can get back to it.
So we just got to figure it out.
I'll set it up.
How many of you guys would enjoy hearing how an AI agent can answer your phone while you at your 9-to-5 job trying to feed your family?
Yep.
Most of y'all that we coach, you guys got jobs and responsibilities. You can't answer your phone 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day. But what if an AI agent can answer that phone and do that whole entire assessment and then push the information back to you through text and email? That's what's really cool about it, so that you can also hear it and continue to retrain it to make it better. So that in the span of a few months, you're not even needed anymore in that area of answering phones or messages.
Yeah.
Your AI assistant can do all of that.
I like how you said about the retraining, right? While we can retrain, we don't have to be behind our computer to retrain. And that's what I love too, especially in the conversation agent. So that conversation agent that's texting, when we're logged into our system.
You didn't like what it typed.
You can literally
do a thumbs down and retype what
you wanted to say.
It's so smart because it's AI, it remembers it. So if anybody else asks anything like that, it knows how to respond. God, it's genius.
Yeah. So, and you don't have to be super techie. Like the aspect of building it and creating the actual bot, that's on us. Like our team helps you build that. We get all of the information from you. I will show you how to use Chat GPT to build your bot. So don't think that is so
Jermaine
hard.
said that blew his mind when you were showing him that stuff yesterday.
And I actually showed Jermaine because I was doing some stuff in the system. So I have multiple screens at my desk. And because I had other things up, I was like, hey, I'm just going to show you what I'm doing. And I shared the screen and allowed Jermaine to see. So if you are interested, you can always text the phrase CRM to 407-809-8215. That is the phone number for Digital Flow Solutions. Or call that number and holler at Dobbs, man. Dobbs is pretty cool.
Because if we don't answer it, Dobbs will.
Dobbs is going to answer
that's
anyway.
The whole purpose of it, guys. Because don't y'all want to go on vacation? Don't you want to go to your kids' basketball game?
Yeah.
You ain't always available.
Correct.
But we notice in this business and in most businesses, if you don't answer the phone, they're moving to the next person.
Yeah.
And in this business, people need housing right now, not later. They need it right now when they're calling you. So if you miss that call, they move to the next person.
I actually watched, I went in and saw that my AI phone agent had did an assessment and intake. And who did I meet with yesterday that I actually showed that to? And I read through the whole transcript and I sent it to our VA, our assistant, and let them know, hey, you need to follow up. This is a female looking for housing, blah, 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 blah. And the full scenario was there. That young lady spent over 5 minutes on the phone with my AI phone agent, and I can see the transcript of everything that the agent said and then what she said, the agent said, and then what she said. So it's broken down like a chat. And when you go into it, you just look at it. You can just view the chat history of that conversation. And then it automatically, it saves into the notes. The summary saves into the notes of the client's contact card. So I will always have the notes of that phone call in that client or that caller's contact card. So it's a good way to keep all of your information streamlined and in one place. And back to Ismael's last thing for you, not last thing for you, but to sum up your question. The other thing is when it comes to your agreements, so like your move-in packet, once that is signed, you don't have to do anything else. It is automatically saved and attached to the contact card of the individual you sent it to. So if I send Derek a move-in packet, I have all your information. Your contact is in the system because that's the only way I'm going to be able to send it to you. And now, guess what happens? Once you've finalized by signing, there's a place that's called documents that's under your name, and anything that you've signed, any agreement that you've signed stays there. So I don't have to go and create a whole file on my desktop. I don't have to go and create folders like when we did initially. We took it in hand. You know, we had the papers with us and you signed your lease, and then we came home and we uploaded it and put it in a folder. If not, we put it in a file cabinet. Now it literally stays attached to the customer or to the resident. So we don't have to go searching for it. It's already a digital copy.
What's cool again, guys, about this system that we use and that we give y'all for y'all coaching, that it's an all-in-one platform. It does everything. Most of you guys have to go out and get several different softwares and applications to run one business. Digital Flow Solution, guys, runs it all. Everything from the website build out, your phone, like everything, guys.
We had a lot of subscriptions. We had a lot of subscriptions, guys.
Just so many things. But anyway, let's take a really quick commercial break, and we're going to come right back to talk about the coaching, both the one-on-one and the DIY. We figured out your problem. You have a great business or a great business idea. You just don't have a website. So visit digitalflowsolutions.net and get the best website in the world for only $97. And then you just pick your monthly plan. Let's get back to the content. All right, we are back. So right before we get back to the questions in the chat, there's some questions about the coaching. So the one-on-one coaching, guys, is called the ILF Mastery Blueprint. And literally, we just had a sale that just ended. My team gave a $1,300 scholarship towards the cost of it because of our 13 years of marriage. That ended, I think, 2 days ago, and we still honored it for some people, even, I think, yesterday and today, right? Jackson family, shout out to you all. So the other one is the DIY. So the only difference between the two is that the DIY doesn't involve me.
Right. That
great system Shay just spent 10 minutes talking about, you get that system with both. And that's why people still do love the DIY. But I'll admit, most people that get the DIY, they always upgrade.
Yep.
They talk about how great it is and they love it, but there is nothing like being able to talk to the coach, right? And have that one-on-one and have those set sessions and the open availability. So one more time, all year long, guys, until December 31st, our ILF Master Blueprint is on sale. It's usually $7,500, but it's been $4,997 for a long time now. And that's going to end December 31st.
Right.
But right now, if anybody missed it, I want to still give a scholarship for $1,000 towards it. So if you use the word now at checkout, just the word NOW, as if you're going to buy it at ForsterConsultants.com, I'm still giving $1,000 scholarship. I don't know how many days I'll do that for, but right now, if you use the word now, NOW, in the coupon code box, instant discount. The DIY is only $497, which is normally $997. Again, we sliced it in half just to help more people this year. And again, my team developed something just yesterday to where I think they gave $97 off of that.
Yeah.
So at checkout, if you type in, what is it?
What's it, DIY?
It's DIY something else. DIY now, DIY, we'll get it. But there's a $97 scholarship for the DIY. So instead of it being $497, it's actually only $400. That'll be Alex's text to me.
I'm checking now.
I think it's DIY now, but she'll tell me. So those are the two coaching products, guys. So get in where you fit in, and then 3 days a week, we coach for free right here. Bring every question you have. Because I promised God many years ago, probably 19 years ago now, I said, God, if you let me get in
this.
it's
Get DIY.
Oh, Get DIY. GET DIY.
And they can text DIY to get the purchase
$75 off on the DIY. And we usually never discount that because it's already a no-brainer. Because listen to me, guys, the DIY is the exact same in course material. The only thing is they took Derek out of it.
Yeah.
The IMB, the one-on-one coaching, you get me as your big brother.
Yep.
My personal phone number, every 2 weeks we meet as a set session, but Monday through Friday, you can just call me.
Exactly.
That's how cool my one-on-one coaching is, guys. So even outside of your set sessions, Monday through Friday, I'm your big brother. Now just shoot me a call. So those are the two coaching products. And then the one that's complimentary, that is the YouTube channel every Monday and Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, and every Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern. Shit, let's jump back in the chat.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds.
Does the CRM provide business email? Michelle can answer that one.
So we're actually, it has the email capabilities. Right now, we're in the process of adding the domain-based emails to it. Should be available within the next couple of weeks. But we always can bridge in your domain-based email. So right now, I think the biggest thing is I'm trying to become, I have to be a Google a technician before I can do the Google aspect of it. So I'm working with other businesses to get those domain emails because the Google technician is going to take me 6 months and I don't have 6 months to waste.
Now watch me dumb this down for all of y'all that just got lost, right? She was just simply asking, like, do we do it like how we send most of y'all right now?
We send you to Google. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So 99% of y'all going to go to Google Suites and get your domain and bring that to us. Right. So if you get that one-on-one coaching or the DIY, you're going to go to Google Suite, get your domain for what is it, $12 a year. You're going to give that to us, and then my team will merge that inside of your system.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. That's for the people that are like me that
and for the emails.
That what Shay just said.
And I was doing two things. I was doing two things at once. So forgive me. But yes. Mm-hmm.
So let's see. There was something else.
Absolutely. You're welcome, Mary.
Asked about the South Carolina event. So everybody right now go to ilfconsulting.org. ilfconsulting.org. And that's the information. So there's 2 tickets. There is no general tickets for this event. VIP and elite only. VIP comes to day 1, and we're giving you the HRA training complimentary. I think that was a part of her other question.
Of it, yeah.
Guys, the HRA training, I got a slide I can show you right now to where that was $24.97. Meaning $2,500. With this event, we give it to you complimentary. And guess what? The VIP ticket is only $197. So if God has put this in your heart, you almost doing yourself a disservice if you don't come. And we priced it so low that I'll be honest, I want you to feel bad about it if you don't come. And watch this. For my elite members, that's only $397. You come to day 2 because we want to walk you through the Johnson family's ILF. Somebody that was just like you, sitting on YouTube trying to figure this thing out until you bump into us as your coach. So my elite people come to day 1 to come get all the game. And day 2, let's walk through one of these places now. And now let's talk about what you just saw. So for only $397, guys, that's crazy compared to what else I charge for my other stuff. And the opportunity to see an active running ILF and then still be able to ask us questions, Katara and me. That's the event. ILFconsulting.org.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Shay?
So Miss Gina's asking, can she bring a guest for free?
No, everybody's got to.
Yeah.
It's probably so low, Gina. Guests are not free. Everybody needs their own individual ticket. But watch this. Anybody that buys the ILF Mastery Blueprint, you can come with you and your business partner.
Exactly.
You don't pay for this event. Prime example, the family this morning that bought Jackson family, Miss Kathy from Nevada, you don't pay for the South Carolina event if you want to come, you or your husband.
Right.
You just show up on me.
Just let us know.
Of us. But you got
Just
to
let
tell
me
me
know.
there's a limited number of people that we taking. But right now, Miss Kathy from Nevada, Vegas, I think, if I can remember that, you come to this event and we already stamped your ticket because you're an IMB member that just purchased. So we opened that about what, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
We said that anybody, and here's a secret, y'all, I'm this close to also allowing that for the DIY. If you buy DIY starting today,
excuse me,
or maybe actually we said this Friday. I mean, anyway, if you recently bought the DIY in the last 3 days up until the event, we may allow that. Shh. Then that's a message.
I ain't listening.
Last 2 days, I said, don't call me if you bought this 8 days ago. My team gonna see it. So I'm gonna give grace. If you bought the DIY 2 days ago to now or into this event, I'm gonna put a number on it right now so I can hold myself accountable. I'll let our favorite number is 7. We got married July 7th,
oh, Jesus.
2012. I'll allow the
I'm
next
making
7
notes to send to the team
that purchase even the DIY, come see me in South Carolina. Okay? IMB, you absolutely come if you purchase that now.
Yeah.
So the lady that got it this morning, she's a great example. Not if you bought it 5 days ago or last week, don't count. From today with IMB, you come to South Carolina on me. Okay? Next question, Shay.
All right, let's get back into this. I'm getting hungry. Y'all, I'm greedy.
Shay, when she get hungry, y'all. So y'all know what that means. We got 8 minutes before we get out of here. And I want to show y'all something because I want to do this for how many people are really new to me and you've never seen any of my slides other than maybe on YouTube? I want to show the Anderson family, the Patterson family, and it was 2 more people, something really quickly. I won't even spend a bunch of time here, but I want to know who's new to us, completely new. You kind of never been here. Because my story risked really quickly. I just saw a bunch of this bad stuff with rats and roaches and a lady making 40 grand a month doing it. And I just said, why not me? So all of this bad stuff is now, all Shay and I did was just change the page on this. The devil is a lie that you're going to make the kind of money we talked about today and you're going to house people in conditions like that. And then what you didn't know, Patterson family, my breaking point was when I saw a lady sleeping on the kitchen floor, paying $750 a month
in rent. Yeah.
And guess who's sitting her there? Me, Mr. Social Worker. Because y'all, I didn't know. I worked behind the desk with a computer and a legal pad and a pen.
That's it.
And I was looking for people like y'all that had good housing, but there were none. There was one lady in my city with her Mercedes Benz, her Cadillac trucks, her Gucci outfits, all that natural stuff that tells you that somebody's doing good in life. And all we did was take a concept and we put our own spin on it, which we call the love of God. And then we had to take action. The word action means act, continue, train, imagine. That's my favorite one. You got to imagine. What would your life be like if you actually did the thing God put in your heart? Take a screenshot of this. I usually take a lot of time on this slide. I actually won't today, but action means for me, act on it. Continue to learn, train all the time. Meaning, join us. I got the game. Shay's got the nonprofit game of this. But now imagine every day, what would this be like? An opportunity, take every opportunity possible to get better at this. Again, continue to join me. Invest in yourself. Get the DIY or the one-on-one coaching. And then you must network. That's why we're going to South Carolina.
Yeah.
Makes sense, everybody? But watch this as I turn it over to Shay and we begin to close down and answer y'all last 5 questions. Some of y'all, when you tell your family and your friends about this new vision, they're going to laugh at you. They're going to call you crazy. They're going to tell you that it don't work. Even though you just sat under us today and you see it works through us and multiple people here, they're going to start seeding doubt into you.
Mm-hmm.
But seeds of doubt, the devil is a liar. God did not give you the spirit of fear, but power, love, and a sound mind to get in this game. So fear is not your portion. I heard somebody say it like this. Fear just means false evidence appearing real.
Yeah.
So F-E-A-R, false evidence is false, appearing like it's real. And most of the time, y'all, it's the devil trying to talk you out your dream. And I'll admit, he good at that. I ain't trying to compliment the devil today, but if one thing he was sitting here to do is to steal, kill, and destroy your dream that can save your family. Financially, spiritually, generationally. So you go face doubters, you go face the naysayers. Your job is to keep it moving and stay around this family. Stay around encouraging people that are already doing it. If you ain't joined our free Facebook group that's called the ILF Academy, join it. It's free.
Exactly.
And we get down in there. Most of the people helping each other. The ILF Academy. And lucky for y'all, I made a promise over 9-10 years ago. I said, God, if you let me get in this, I'll go all over the world teaching it and I'll never take any credit. Watch me do that right now. Guys, without God, I'm a nobody. But with God, I can do all things, which means walk off my job if I desire to.
Which you did.
And guys, I left my job in 2018. Joyce Meyer said it like this: do it afraid. Some of y'all are afraid. But remember, God didn't give you the spirit of fear. But it's okay to be nervous, a little unsettling. But guys, with faith, which is the shirt Shay got on today, we just got to believe what God said about us and walk in faith. And remember, I'm no pastor, I'm no bishop, I'm no priest. We just happen to love God and love people. And we've merged it all together now to create this ministry. So our whole goal is to enrich your life with opportunities and the knowledge how to do this. And this slide's so old now. We're over 480 ILFs throughout 38 states. I'm proud of that, y'all.
Yeah.
I'll give that a hand clap and some horns over here. Can y'all hear my horns? Because I can't hear none of that. And you may be saying, well, what are we offering, Derek? This right here, affordable housing.
Yep.
Shay, can you tell them what this room looks like? What is it? What do we call a room that looks like that?
A private room.
That room on the right, the blue one, what is that one called?
A private suite.
What separates the two?
The private suite has an ensuite bathroom, and they share all of the rest.
Wait a minute, hold it, Shay. Somebody can have their own bathroom?
Yes.
Tell me more.
That's the private suite. The private suite comes with its own ensuite, and they share all of the other shared, the communal areas like the kitchen, the living room, and all that good stuff. Is that good for you?
I love it. Okay. Right here, Shay. What is that?
That's shared. A shared room and a shared, both of those are shared. just shared rooms, all accommodations,
Where
all
do
other
most of your
accommodations.
calls come from since you house women in your nonprofit?
So now I'm split. Initially, I was all pretty much mostly private. I was 90% private because the calls for me kind of switched up a little bit. And they were more of your working individuals that just really fell on hard times or had situations, divorce, separation and just different things like that. Now I am re-accessing. I'm now getting back into that place of, my domestic violence survivors, mental health, diagnosed individuals are starting to call back again. So that goes into that shared room. So I'm down the middle. I'm half shared, half private.
Okay. So Shay, on this screen now say, what makes this a no-brainer? Can you talk about the first two of those?
I'm sorry, repeat that again.
On the screen right now, it says, what makes this a no-brainer? Can you talk about the first two of those?
Absolutely. So we're talking about no license required. That makes it an absolute no-brainer. You don't have to go applying for different approvals and licensure through your state or any of the government entities. We are literally providing housing. That is it. That is only it. That is all we're doing. That is it. Absolutely nothing else. No medical oversight. What that means is that we're not providing the medication management. We're not providing them with anything that is going to be provided in like a ALF or any type of housing that requires licensure. We are, again, a bed and a roof over your head. Okay. That is it. We are not providing anything that is going to cause us to need licensing. Okay. And that's with medication management licensing or certifications and stuff like that. We're not doing it. So don't do it, because now you're taking yourself outside of the independent living facility and creating something that is completely different.
Love it. Any certifications required?
No.
Do they have to buy the property, Shay?
Nope.
Can they rent it or lease it?
Yes, you can.
All right. Sounds like a cheat code to me. Shay, you got some favorites that are on this slide, and we get this question all the time. Derek, what kind of people can I house? Run through those real quick, Shay.
Elderly adults. So you're looking at your retirees that are having a hard time maintaining appropriate housing or adequate housing on their limited budget. You're looking at military veterans that may have PTSD. They may have some mental health diagnoses and, are having a hard time finding places to live, right, that are suitable for them. Then we're talking about the teenagers that are aging out of foster care, Derek. Most of them come with wraparound services. Some of them don't. But this is a population that I tell anybody, be careful, because you don't want to, you have to have time. Right. This is a population. All of our populations need to be nurtured, but the teenagers aging out of the foster care system need a little bit more nurturing, as they've been through some really tragic upbringing. We don't know, some of their triggers and things like that. So you want to make sure that you have the time to allocate to this particular population type. And again, we've got women that have been through human and sex trafficking, domestic violence, all of those different situations and scenarios. And my two favorite, Derek, are the elderly adults and the women that have gone through some traumatic events. I love to see them flourish. I like to see them grow and expound into something beautiful, right? It's like watching the caterpillar turn into a butterfly. Mm-hmm. And I get to see that all the time.
To choose that population, or did it choose you?
It kind of chose me.
Okay. What does that mean, though?
You made it choose me. Initially, Derek was already in the space. And then just once I got out and involved in it, he was like, I don't want to deal with the women. Can you? Just for safety purposes, right? And he was just like, I'd rather you deal with the women to limit liability and just, so I was like, okay, cool. And it became a passion. It became fun. I get to hang out with my sisters and I get to have fun with my sisters. Like, we've got a spa day coming up in August. Excited about that. What is her? I got to remember her business name. So a young girl that I mentor, a sister of mine that I'm mentoring, has just started her own massage business. And she will be the one, well, not just started, because she's been doing it for a long time, but she started the actual business. And we're helping her build and brand and get things together. But she will be the one providing massages at our spa day. So I'm excited about that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Shay, we talk a lot about allowing the community to dictate who you will house.
Yeah.
Talk about that. So you're meaning to tell me that you only get calls for people like that, or?
No. So honestly, the connections that we make in the community help us to identify what our community needs. You're not gonna if you once you're out there and you're introducing yourself, your community, those calls that come in is going to tell you the need, right? What one of the things that my team is told to do is, as calls come in, we survey that stuff. We grab the analytics on that. We want to see how there's swings and shifts in our population types. So prime example, like I said, the last 2 years has been the working individual that has really just fallen on financial difficulties. And now in the middle of this year, because we're technically in the middle of this year, my calls are different. It's the individual with a mental health diagnosis now. It's someone that has, an addiction that has just gotten or recovering from addiction. It's someone that is been, trafficked. And so those calls kind of flip flop. And as you see them flip flop, you want to make sure that you're in the best possible position to handle those populations when they call in. Because what you don't want to do is keep saying, well, that's not the population I want to deal with. Then you're going to start missing out on phone calls, and those organizations that you've tried to nurture and create relationships with will now not find you as a viable relationship for them. So the whole goal is to make sure that you maintain the relationships and be an asset to those that you are serving in regards to the community partners that you're partnering with.
Love it. Right here, Shay, we talk about how do we get paid? We get this question all the time. Shay, they're used to us talking about SSI and SSDI. Can you jump more to the community funded program and what does that mean?
Give me 2 seconds, because that was actually an international call. Just want to make sure everything's
good. Okay, cool.
Can you go ahead?
So I'll jump right into that. On a community funded program, this gives you guys an opportunity to house people that otherwise wouldn't have the SSI, the SSDI, which is a social security income. Right? So the guy that does not have a job at Walmart, he got fired from Sonny's Barbecue 3 months ago. But now because of the hospital he went to, for some reason, he met certain criteria through the hospital. So they're going to pay you to house him. And that call sounds like this. Hey, Mr. Derek, got another one. And Derek, don't worry about it. This guy don't have no money, but we're going to take care of it. 6 months, Derek, until he gets on his feet. Derek, will you accept a check from us for this guy? Absolutely, I will. Are you serious? How many of you all wouldn't mind accepting a check from a hospital to house somebody from homeless to hopeful? Put in the chat.
Yeah.
So, Shay, everybody that we house does not get this SSI.
They don't.
They do not get this SSDI.
Like right now,
can't hold a job.
And like right now, be honest, I have a conglomerate of all, right? I've got the working individual, I've got the SSI recipient, and I have one individual that is on the I have a few actually that are receiving the community funded programs. So they're in the process of receiving or applying or going through the application process for SSI. So there are so many different methods of receiving income or receiving pay from the organizations you work with. So it's pretty cool to be able to be the support structure that they utilize to maintain the grants that they receive, and then be able to see someone also be helped on the other end. So it's honestly, it's just such a great joint venture that you utilize as being a housing provider. You're supporting the person that needs the housing while also supporting the hospital or the organization that does not have the housing, but yet they've received all of these hundreds of thousands of dollars in government grant funds that they have to distribute and utilize in a specific way. So you become a partner in multiple ways in this entity, in this industry. So
good stuff.
Back to you.
So I just wanted to show one of the families that asked about it in terms of where it all started. These are some of the conditions that I saw. That's why I'm having Shay answer all of these questions, guys. I hope y'all noticing.
Shay's getting leery on you, so you
right?
better.
and Shay's getting leery, like it's time for her to eat. So I'm gonna let her answer in a minute.
I'm gonna start.
But this is where it all started from, guys. Can you imagine that lady I told you about that was making the 41 grand a month? These are the conditions that she did it in, and burnt up kitchens, and really what I call just mistreating people through real estate. Look at how the beds are on the ground. Look at how that one set of beds are being held up by cinder blocks. And because I knew y'all wasn't going to believe me, Miss Johnson, I took pictures of it. I said, one day when I get ready to tell this story, I'm going to run to people that are not going to believe this. They going to think I'm just juicing the story up to make it sound better. And y'all, I knew y'all was going to be like that. So I took pictures of this stuff. We even to this day got a video of the guy that we saved. I'm going to use the word saved because we took over this ILF, y'all. And we saved this guy by removing him from cinder blocks and putting his bed on some dadgum bed rails.
Yeah.
Like, why would you do that? And I often joke and tease and said that if you don't have your glasses on today, those are cinder blocks that you build a house with that's holding that bed up. Now, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And the other bed is on the dadgum floor. And today, this is what it should look like. And we don't have to go to Rooms to Go. We don't have to go to Haverty's. We don't have to go to JCPenney and buy all this stuff brand new. The only things that you see that are brand new in here, guys, are the bedding. Everything else is gently used. The mattress, the headboard, all of that stuff is gently used. And this is, again, how we take people from homeless to hopeful. Those pillows are brand new. That towel, washcloth, brand new. That comforter and the sheets, brand new. Everything else donated from a motel, hotel. And we show you guys how to do that. So again, Shay talked to y'all already about that private suite. And I'm not going to get into any of that part of it right there today, because we talked already a lot about what is the difference between a group home and an ILF. One is licensed and one is not. The group home requires a lot of oversight, a $30,000 sprinkler system, and permission from your state if you can do it. Guys, the ILF, there is no permission you're asking from nobody. If you got a big heart for God, people, and you happen to love real estate, ding, 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 you just hit the lottery. I'm going to say this one more time and I'm going to close it. When God gave me this business, guys, I felt like I hit the lottery. And I'll admit, I don't know if y'all do, but I paid the lottery a lot back in the day. I had to buy scratch-offs and never really won anything. I played the lottery a lot. I'll admit, y'all, the last 8 years of my life, I don't play the lottery that much. Every blue moon, I'll buy a ticket. But I felt like when God gave me this business, he literally allowed me to hit the lottery. And it's tied up into helping people.
Right.
And that's why, again, we call it ministry. Imagine doing God's will, helping people, but also doing this thing that's making money that allows you to feed your family as well. That's why I call it a no-brainer. Guys, my name is Derek Forston. I appreciate you guys, and I love y'all like a fat kid loves cake. We're back live again Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Correct.
But if I was you, I wouldn't wait to be great. That's a saying that we live by. Don't wait to be great. You've heard a lot of information today. We answered a lot of questions, and we coming right back Monday. The reason why we do Saturday and Monday, because I want you to hear this on Saturday, and I'm going to call it the good word. Go to church tomorrow, whether you go to a building or you go to Bedside Baptist, you stay in the bed and go. Don't make me no difference. But talk to God tomorrow and tell him what you heard today. And yeah, he heard it. But pretend like he did it and say, God, I'm really interested in doing what that Forston family doing. And God, if it be your will, which I know it is, because you said help people. And God, you love it when your people get involved in real estate, because you said that we are to possess the land.
Yep.
And we are to be the lender, not always the borrower.
Yeah.
And this is the business, guys, that I say it like this too when I'm done. This is you building something that will outlast you.
Yeah.
This is you building something that's bigger than you. How many of y'all got children, grandchildren, sisters and brothers? You got a legacy that you want to leave behind. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. It involves the love of God, real estate, and again, enough money to be able to feed your family and enjoy yourself. Shay and I now are enjoying the fruits of our labor, and I'm going to use the word finally. And it's not because of how great we are. It's because of God's goodness and what this business is. Because if you're real smart, you get into this and you roll over this into multiple businesses now, like Shay and I. Don't let this be your only business or ministry. Once we master this, we move on to something else. especially if you're under my one-on-one coaching, because our business coaching is also involved in that.
Yeah.
Shout out to all my people that get this coaching, but you do other stuff now because our other coaching has allowed it. I love you guys, and we'll see you guys Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Shay, bless these people, and let's get out of here. I'm going to feed you, girl.
I just got a great text message, actually. I had got quiet, y'all, because I had an international call come through. That person don't call often. So when they call, it kind of, you're going to make sure that everything's all right. And they're actually in town. So now we've got some fun because Derek's partner in crime is in the city.
Who's that?
My cousin.
Which one?
Dev.
Oh, cool. Pop.
Yeah.
Oh, good. He's in Miami or in our city?
He's here.
Cool,
He just texted.
I think his mom's here too, right?
I got to go see her. Yeah.
Cool. So
that's cool. So that's going to be a good meeting that we get to talk ILF with family.
Hey, Maurice, I'm getting ready to do it, big bro. I'm about to go feed her right now.
All right, guys. So I'm Shanya Shea Forston. I love y'all. Thank y'all for spending your Saturday morning with us. It is great to be back. And again, it's been an honor and a privilege to be able to spend some time out of town with this guy. But now let's get back to work. So y'all get ready. We look forward to seeing you all in South Carolina. If you haven't gotten your tickets, get your ticket today.
Yeah. Text the word city. CITY to 407 326 0086. We're also scrolling it at the bottom of the screen. Text the word city for the information for the South Carolina event. Mm-hmm. Text the phrase more info for more info about this and how you can get started.
Correct.
And don't forget, guys, I extended that scholarship.
Yeah.
So if you use the word now, NOW at checkout.
Remind them.
You guys $1,000 off on the ILF Mastery Blueprint one-on-one coaching. You guys be great, and we'll see you guys Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Goodbye.
And we'll see you guys then. Hey, what's going on, family? Have you ever imagined starting your own housing program? That's probably why you're here. And if you're looking for one-on-one coaching, like you're kind of getting right now, but in a more of a one-on-one setting, just you and I, that's our ILF Mastery Blueprint. There's a number that they're scrolling below on this screen right now. If you text the word scholarship to that phone number, my team is going to get you some information. So first of all, I'm going to say congratulations and thank you for moving at the speed of instruction. We look forward to working with you. And again, this is only for people that desire our one-on-one coaching, which is designed to watch you succeed from going from a zero to a hero when it comes to information and knowing how to implement this independent living facility model without any mistakes. That's most important. So again, our ILF Mastery Blueprint, guys, there's a scholarship that's available for it that'll slice the price in half, which is also a no-brainer. So again, if you've ever desired to start your own housing program, but you thought you needed a license, you don't. You thought you had to be a nurse, you don't. You thought you had to own the property, you don't. Consider our ILF Mastery Blueprint, where we are going to take you to success and let God use you in your community, housing the homeless and the displaced. Let's get back to the show.
Don't you scroll any further. You've been interested in starting an independent living facility, whether it's for-profit or nonprofit. You've asked us over and over again to come to South Carolina, and we will be there August the 2nd. Derek and myself from Forston Consultants will be in Columbia, South Carolina to teach you all things independent living facilities. Get your tickets today. They will sell out very quickly, so you do not want to miss out. Visit ilfconsulting.org to get your tickets, and we will see you in Columbia, South Carolina.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Derek Forston, Mr. ILF.
And I'm Shanya Shea Forston, Mrs. ILF.
And we're super excited because August the 2nd, we're coming to Columbia, South Carolina.
And what are we doing in Columbia, South Carolina,
you ask? We're teaching the independent living facility model. And again, this is an event, Shay, that they do not want to miss. So what's the dates one more time? August
2nd. And we will be in Columbia, South Carolina, and we will be highlighting an independent living facility owner and operator under the Forston Consultants model that is trailblazing in your city. So do not miss it. Stay tuned for more information, and we look forward to seeing you there. August 2nd, Columbia, South Carolina. You got next.
See you there.